Hey guys, Ranger Liz here, and welcome to a comic review for this guy, the beautiful number 41. I know I'm gonna run into this problem the entire series, aren't I? Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 41 and all of its shiny, shiny glory. They say something in here that is absolutely amazing, and I flipped when I first read it. I read it when it first came out, so like a week ago, but I absolutely flipped, and you probably, if you've watched me for any amount of time, you will know why I got super excited. So we're gonna start off with the moon. Here we go with Dwayne, or whatever his name is. Actually, isn't it like Dwayne? Something like that. Here we go. So he is currently studying the Rangers. Why is he studying the Rangers? Because remember last issue he came in and said wanted him to go take care of him, and he's like, pesky human, like, why are you, I mean, we call us monkeys, why do you want to stay with these monkeys? Because they're Power Rangers. So here he is looking at these so-called tactics and whatever. Absolutely, he thinks it's rudimentary. Asking it's not Squat and Bamboo, he called them Snot and Bamboo. I love Squat and Bamboo. I love what they did with these guys. So he's like asking them, like, how has this always happened? He's like, well, the Squat, it's gorgeous, and Rangers are pretty powerful. That's why they're called Power Rangers. Then you go on to say they have blasters. Oh, and really cool robots, which combine together to make, well, even bigger, cooler robots. Squat, I love you. I mean, he has the Ranger love, right? He finds out that, okay, they have archive footage over basically every battle that the Rangers have had, so he is going to get even more footage to try to start studying these guys. And from about there, we have about one more page of where he left, and then we find out what those Omega Rangers were up to. Getting to see their helmets that they had at San Diego Comic-Con was amazing, right? So this immediately ties into where we were, blah, blah, blah. We're actually pretty far off the grid. Boom. So if you stopped reading, if you just read issue 40 and 41, read them back to back. I reread 40 before I reviewed this. It's really great how it goes. So Kim is just making some jokes about, oh, why can't we see the rest of you? The reception spotty. Oh, you guys are wearing wooden shoes. Ha ha ha. Very, like, uncomfortable. Like, you can tell they're all just smiling too big and laughing too much. And Billy was saying, hey, well, how about Alpha teleport us out? Like, we'd love to see you and visit and see how things are going. They're like, no, don't do that. Yes, that's where a lot of issues come up. So Kim lies to them saying, oh, Alpha needs us, gotta go. Billy, Kim, Alpha doesn't need us. Yeah, well, he's not the only one, apparently. Right? So she's a little, she's getting irked. And remember, right before they had their conversation, Tommy was a bit irked because of just everything, you know, they're off to talk peace, and we're here fighting a war. The yellow, red, and black Rangers, the new ones, they're also irked because things aren't going well, and they're training extra hard, and they're actually admitting they kind of miss Stone Canyon, which is great. Like, they're all miserable and lying to each other. Doing reviews does always make me happy. Just because, you know, when there's conflict, it's going to get resolved. Well, in comic books, at least, conflict always gets resolved. We're going to be listening, saying, hey, Jason, look, we got to get our story straight. We got to figure out exactly what we're going to be saying to these guys. We don't really have a choice, and here we have Zach saying, I kind of miss being home. I miss Ernie's. I miss Bulk and Skull. Maybe not Bulk, but I miss these guys. And this was the last place I thought we'd end up. Place called Safe Haven. Nice, pretty blues, an alien world. Here we go. This lady. We're right here. This is going to be the first of two, because I didn't listen to any reviews or whatever. This is going to be the first of two names that I'm going to say it's either one or the other. I actually don't know which one, so we'll go with that. This is Kiya, or Kiya, depending on how I want to see it, because it's at first I was saying Kiya, and then I was like, well, maybe it's like a Kiya. I don't know. So I've been calling her Kiya, so I'll go with that. Meet Kiya, who apparently already comes in, and I'm like, wait, who is this? I can beat up all three of you without a sweat. Sorry, we had to phone home explaining it would be complicated. I can't imagine why. She's purple. So here she goes, oh, you guys are going to have to get dirty to pay me back. Here they are building some form of structure. You don't really know what this is. But then you meet these people, these happy other people right here. Hello, human friends. How goes the house building? Zach, yep, only 47 more to go. So they're in a place called Safe Haven. They're building homes for people. There's apparently, you see in this, there's one adult, there's a few kids. So he says maybe you get kind of like a refugee kind of feeling going on. Adorable little scene with this girl giving Trini, I used my sparkles to catch jellyfish. Like, okay, so I used my sparkles, so maybe she has some form of power or whatever. Her name is Reagan. Probably gonna end up seeing her again. She does pick up at the very end of it as well. So saying her name, Reagan, probably someone we will be seeing again. But they're communicator slash morphers. These arm things. They look awesome. And who is it? Well, okay, this is just their like building right here. But this guy right here. Now his name is, I think, XI for G, or it could potentially be the Roman numeral for 9. I don't know. I see that and I go, maybe that's 9. Maybe. I don't know. Or 11? Wait, I'm really bad with Roman numerals. Yeah, 9. So I had to... Yes, it's seriously been one of those days, guys, where I'm doubting my own brain about the Roman numeral for 9. It's either 9 or a G. Either way, I'm going to call him G. If I find out later it's 9, I'll correct myself, but I'm calling him G for right now. He's this robot dude, and you know, I'm almost wondering because it was 9, because it's like maybe he's like an alpha, like this is alpha 9 or something, but they never call him alpha, so G. Again. He's making stuff about humans, or always making up excuses, blah, blah, blah. So he's the guy kind of gathering information. He's saying they detected multiple energy spikes in the Xernex system level 4. Friendly or hostile? I don't know. And so this is where Trini, you know, it would be nice to not go in blind for once. Do you remember this guy? The emissary. Yeah, he's just kind of hanging out. And I feel like, and I want to mention because remember the emissary showed up to Jason at the end of Go-Go Power Rangers, the latest issue of it, and it's all kind of bridging together, and it's crazy. He speaks in this kind of like Demetria-y way, or maybe not so bad, but man, I really could see Demetria, but he's going on about a linear life is not about knowing everything and blah, blah, blah. Emissary G picked up another spike. Do you see anything we should be aware of? This is where it's going to be helpful because, again, we have no idea. It's a threat level 4, and you'll find out in a bit. They've really only been doing threat levels 1 and 2. So for to jump up to level 4, this is a big thing. He sees a malice forged by pain and hunger, red wings in the sky. Zach, is he just making any more sense? So the emissary is there, and I'm glad. He seems to be helpful. He's also just floating, so that's, I mean, always a cool superpower to have, is he just hovers all over everywhere. So they basically just have to get ready and go to fight. Now Trini, and before just the massive morph, Trini again, a little hesitation. You know, we've dealt with mostly level 1s and 2s. Are we ready for this? Kind of goes to say, well, that's what you've got me for. I'm serious. Yeah, me too. Okay, so she seems fun. You can already tell when you first see her, she's got the same thing on there. You're like, she's gonna be a ranger. She's gonna be a ranger. I bet you she's gonna be a ranger. Guess what, guys? Guess what? Omega Rangers, it's Morphin time. And she has it. And there you go. Again, I'm sure you guys have seen this a few times on Twitter, Facebook, wherever. You've probably seen this posted by now. That they have Earth, Air, Fire, and Water. Earth, Fire, Wind, Heart. I was trying to think of Captain Planet. That's fine. Omega now, Omega forever. Omega Rangers. And again, helmets are gorgeous. So they just show up, Xeronex-2, kind of just kicking butt and taking names. A lot of refugees, a lot of people who are just cowering and trying to hide for their life. Find out that these individuals that they're fighting right now, they're just kind of wearing masks or followers of Vox. Followers of Vox. So Vox is apparently the big one. They're a hate mob that sprang up worshiping the Empowered. Empowered was bolded in here, and we'll talk about that in just a bit. They're looting and attacking people all over the city. They seem to not believe in mercy. Well, that's a good thing the Rangers do, although they're not on Earth. Maybe. They got a lot of terrified people down there. The city center is clear, so they're going to go try to find Vox, trying to take care of watching everyone. There's this person, and I don't know if they'll come back in any way, shape, or form, but gives you a little bit of the Vox, the powered one. He destroyed the city, fought off our soldiers, people rose up in his name. They took my father, now everyone is running. Hurry, we must go before he... Yeah, that's definitely not Dwayne right there. That is a guy. I am Garrison Vox. And what exactly are you? Just take a deep breath. Take just... Space ninjas. I think it would be cool if they were space ninjas. Okay, that's cool. I mean, I'm gonna miss the other characters. I want to know what's happening with them. Like, wouldn't it be hilarious if instead of going to the peace conference, they became like ninjas or something and like fought crime as Batman in Switzerland or whatever? Like, no, Peace Corps was just an excuse. Like, whatever. We're still superheroes. Just nobody knows. I want to check in on them and they just be at the peace conference like this, twiddling their pencil, being like, I can't believe I gave up being a ranger for this. This is totally why Jason came back, right? Because the peace conference was super boring. Anywho, he asked, what exactly are you? Super secret space ninjas, dude. Or your worst nightmare. You know, take your pick. He says they're space ninjas! Oh, okay. Well, that's been a fun comic review. Later. Yeah, he said they're space ninjas, and that just, it blew my mind a little bit. Now, in this, I don't want to say it's just action, but there's a lot of stuff. They kind of run in, and we find out that Kiya is absolutely boss, right? Fighting and fighting. In this one, though, we are the Omega Rangers. This is Jason. I know what happened to you. You woke up one day with powers beyond your control. That's because you're connected to something called the Morphin grid. Ah. We're connected to it too. Now we find others just like you and bring them to a place called Safe Haven. So that is the place where they've been bringing in. We were kind of thinking maybe they have powers. Wake up one morning with powers. This is the grid shattered and it's kind of put back together, but things can't ever be put completely back together 100%. So this is where you have it. They're Jason saying, please just come with us. We can show you, we can train you how to control your new abilities. You don't have to be afraid anymore. To which, I mean, bad guy. I'm not afraid. You're gonna be afraid. You're the cowardly one, Red, sending in someone so puny and tall like Kiya versus Thunk. He is this right here. Kiya's boss. So she takes it out. It reminded me, honestly, this whole thing, if you guys watched One Punch Man, kind of reminds me of One Punch Man a little bit, because they're always like, I'm the biggest and strongest. He just shows up and one punch and he's gone. Kiya says, you're not the only one with power. So the target's been neutralized, categorized as hostile. We're bottling him up. And this is so bottling him up turns into this, and it reminds me of Rita's space dumpster. So I'm like, maybe they're all dumpsters and trash cans and bottles, and that is the way. I mean, Ninjor was in a bottle. Gingy from Mystic Force was in a lamp. I mean, mystical things hold mystical people, apparently. Yeah, they're coming too. They said, sorry, but you brought this on yourself. Next time we meet, try to be a little nicer. Going back to Safe Haven to kind of wrap up this battle, it was... I don't want to think it was just like an issue of, hey, they had a big battle, they kind of won at the end, but holy crap, the plot and the world building. So Zach and Jason are kind of talking a little bit, just, you know, nice work. Zach gets a gift from another little munchkin, another gift, which does make him smile. Says the colors help you sleep. Jason straight up says that was adorable. You still miss home now? And he's like, yeah, I do, but I got a feeling this is where we are supposed to be. Yay, so that's them. It looks like maybe the next day or a different part of the galaxy. I have no idea because there's the sun. Emissary, this latest anomaly we find is Kiya. Oh god, even I'm gonna screw up saying her name. He was powerful. She is talking to Emissary. Maybe instead of confining him, we could, I don't know, have him join us. Like you could save him like you saved me. I like that. So something Maybe she was running rampant and she didn't understand, but the emissary saved her, and now she's already trying to start thinking, okay, maybe someone else, we could save them. Unfortunately, the emissary says, you speak with kindness, we will try, but I fear his heart is already twisted, and access to the Morphin grid just made him worse so. So he's saying he probably was already a bad guy, and the power infusion didn't necessarily help. This is the important one, along with the kind of like, it wasn't a shocking page reveal as much as like seeing the Rangers, but this is like a grand scale of things, shocking reveal. The emissary. The universe nearly died because of hubris. Not just because of the actions of one disturbed individual, but because of the inaction of so many. We will all have to make difficult choices if we're to make sure a shattering never happens again. And while you were hearing this, you see G carrying this dumpster, going through to a room. They got one, right? And they're putting him away. That is the most space dumpsters I've ever seen. Look, guys. Look at that. That's how small G is with the dumpster that size. What have they been up to? How long has this been going on? I have even more questions, but hello, new Power Ranger, full like morph of the new team. There are so many amazing things that happen in this comic book, and I absolutely love it. If you haven't picked it up yet, please go do so. Local comic book finder, just Google it, and you'll be able to find your own, as well as places like Comixology if you need to get them all digitally. What they've been setting up, it just makes me want to reread everything all over again to keep trying to pick up even more things. So maybe next issue we're going to catch up more with the Angel Grove side of things, or maybe more with the Stone Canyon trio. I want to say the cover for it has red, yellow, and black on it, which means maybe we might be getting some more Stone Canyon focus. They live in Angel Grove now, but y'all know what I'm saying. Yeah, things are fantastic. Go-Go did not go where I thought it was going to be, so I'm going to wrap this up. I'm sure this is already long enough for a comic review, but thanks for sticking with me, guys, and as always, I do always feel a little better after talking to you guys about something that I love. So thank you so much. I will see you Friday at the Ranger Weekend Review. A show that goes over everything that happened in your world of Power Rangers. Please hit that subscribe button and the bell notification, and I will see you later. Toodles. It's a good book. Get the book with the bad lighting.